share your talent. You simply have to. And that goes beyond just theater student. That's for anyone. Whatever your service is something you just simply have to do that feels bigger than you. I love sharing that. Everybody has a specific service, and it could be more than one service. But what do you do? What do you joyfully do? What comes naturally to you? So once you find what those things are, and you cultivate that, and you share it freely, that's your service. Now, I think the next thing is to put value on that. A lot of times, things that come really easily for us, we kind of take for granted and go, that's just something I do. And we forget that just because it's easy for you doesn't mean that it's easy for everyone. And once you put value on that, you can actually maybe make money at that. You don't have to. Sometimes you can do it just because you love to do it, but that whatever your service is, it could actually lead to a career in that. Because isn't that the ideal to have a rich, productive life doing what you love to do as opposed to what you should be doing or what you're supposed to be doing? You know, your service is what you joyfully do, and you can make a great living doing it. Because it is a journey, you know? I mean, once you accept that, it's like with anything, once you make a change, everything shifts. I think that's why a lot of people resist change so much, because they're like, oh, if I change this, then it's gonna lead to that, it's gonna lead to that. But if you want a new life, which I think is calling us anyway, where change is inevitable, you either go with it or you resist it, and it takes as much, if not more energy to resist it than to just go with the flow. If you do go with the shift, you will find out what your service is, and next thing you know, you'll be living your service. I think it's about unlearning. It's getting things out of the way to get to the core of what it is you really believe, what it is you really love, what really brings you joy, what you joyfully love to do. Life isn't easy. Life is full of challenges. It's about what you choose to focus on, what you choose to give power. And the power is already within you. You know, it's not about seeking anything. It's about getting in touch with what you already have. So it's just about being open and having the courage to admit that I don't know all of it yet. There's still so much more to learn. And you know, it's not just about where you come from, it's about where you want to get to. I think once you start the journey of really tapping into your service, I think you naturally start to become attracted to things that inspire you, to more like-minded things that guide you. Flexibility has become the most important thing for me when I look back on my journey in theater and dealing with different directors and different cast members and different situations. Being open. Yeah, there's a way you like it to go, but you gotta be open to it may happen this way. And sometimes when you feel so connected to a piece, and you may feel that somebody that you're working with is not doing their part, or some part of the team is weak, you're only responsible for your part. You got to be a team player at all times because you're doing it together, but you're only responsible for your part. What somebody else is doing is none of your business. Do your part. You got to be flexible. Sometimes it's really difficult, and it's difficult to not take things personally, but again, you got to stay flexible. This isn't personal. This is business. I think people are best affected by what you do as opposed to what you say. The more that I nurture myself and feel safe with myself, the more capable I am of fully investing and really sharing without the fear of like, I'm giving all I have and there's nothing left for me. Discipline always comes in handy. As an actor, you gotta be disciplined. You gotta show up on time, you gotta do your job, but you also have to have the discipline to take care of yourself so that you can show up fully. You gotta have that balance of your career can't be everything. whether you're a doctor, lawyer, teacher, or an actor. Balance is key. So a lot of the tools are really the same. A lot of the disciplines are the same. My journey has given me compassion for other careers. You kind of have to have tunnel vision sometimes because you are your own company, you're your own corporation. But once you kind of widen the lens, you see that you have so much more in common with people in other careers than you might have thought. I would never discourage anyone from pursuing the arts. What I will say though is a lot of times when I leave the stage door and I'm signing autographs and playbills and things, and people love to say, oh, I used to dance, I used to sing, and when I was little I did this and that. And I always ask them, why'd you stop? Oh, well, because it wasn't really practical. Well, do you love what you're doing now? Oh yeah, I'm successful doing this. Well, you can still do that. Every artist isn't an artist because they want to make money. If you're an artist, if you've been given a gift of talent and you want to share it with people, join your church choir, join a community choir. There's so many ways to just exercise that. It's a gift. Some of us want to do it and make it a career and be paid for it. And some of us just want to express it. It's okay to just want to express it. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. So if you want to pursue it, try it. But also be open to the fact that you pursuing it may lead to another aspect of it. Maybe you may start off as an actor. You may go, you know what? I don't like auditioning. I don't like dealing with the pressure and the rejection, but I love being a part of the business. You know, I've always had really good taste with clothing. Maybe I want to be a costume designer, or maybe I'll be a good dresser because I like being a part of it and making sure that the person's ready to get out there on stage. Every part of the production team comes together. You need every aspect to make a performance happen. You might be a dresser, you might be a good lighting designer, you might be a person who's good on a stage crew, you might be a good director, you might be a good assistant. So you may start off pursuing one thing, but it may lead, if you're open, if you're flexible, to another aspect of the career that may ultimately be your service. Is this your passion? And sometimes when I ask that question, they go, well, how do I know if it's my passion? It's something that you just have to do. There's a deep desire to do it. But you need to make sure that it's your passion because there will be a lot of sacrifices. And for me, a good sign of that it's your passion is that once you come to terms with what those sacrifices may be, you still want to do it. That those sacrifices are worth it, that maybe they may seem like sacrifices to somebody else, but to you, you can perceive them as, oh, well, this is just what I have to do to make this happen. That's passion to me.
They live in you.